Hey guys, Brett at Russell Marine Products, back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about the NBT, the Battleship 22-inch, and the Destroyer, the 16-inch. So stay tuned. Hey guys, today we're going to go over the new NBT screens, the new craze. Everybody's asking about these things, so we've got them in. The 22-inch Battleship, sorry, the 22-inch is a Battleship, 16-inch is a Destroyer. We're going to unbox these, kind of show you the cables and the setup, everything comes in the box, and then we'll show you the hookup, and then talk about what units they work with, because they're not going to work with every unit. So we're going to talk about the 8600 series, the 8400 series, and like the 1243s, things like that. We'll talk about all that, but let's get into the unboxing. So we're going to unbox this and show everybody what's all in this. All right, so we're going to get into this NBT screen. This one's the 16-inch Destroyer. We're going to unbox this, kind of show you everything that's inside and what we're going to need to hook up. And probably, as we go over these cables, we need to talk about the units that we can hook the NBT to. So let's go through. You've got your 86 and 8400 series. So you've got the 10-inch, the 12-inch, and the 16. Now, on the 10-inch, there's going to be a little bit of stipulation because of the that screen is not going to come over on your 16 or the 22-inch full screen. So you will have a little bit of space on the left and right hand side of your screen, so it will not go full screen. So it has some limitations on the 84 or 8610. And again, those could be XSV or non-XSV. So the 10s, you'll have some limitations. The 86, the 8412s, non-XSV, XSV, full screen, no problem. Same with the 16s, the 86 or the 84 16s. They also have the 1243 models that this could hook up to. Going to be the same limitations as the 86 or 8410, just not going to get you that full screen on the 16-inch or the 22-inch, right? We're not going to get that full screen. We'll have a little bit of width, a black area on the side of your screen. So keep that in mind. 1222s, EcoMap Ultras, not going to work with these units. We don't have the hookup. So now let's get into what all comes in these NBT screens. So the first thing is we've got our HDMI cable. One end's going to go to the unit. One end's going to go to the back of the NBT screen. We've got our power cable. So NBT needs power. We'll hook that up to power. And then we've got our mini USB, again, going to go to the NBT, and our GPS map screen that we're going to hook to. So those are that. Now I'm going to pull this unit out of here. All right, we got some more other goodies here. So I'm going to set this box to the side here. Obviously, we've got our NBT screen. This is the 16-inch. Got the rubber cover. Cover your screen, got plastic, so you know it's new, came new, ready to set up and go. On the back here, let's go over the connections. We've got the gimbal bracket here. It did come with knobs that fell down, so we've got knobs, one for each side. Our ports back here on the unit. So again, we've got power. Our mini USB, that connection is going to be on the other end of the mini USB. The mini USB goes to our GPS map unit, and then this plug will go in here. And then, of course, we've got our HDMI. It's going to plug here, back to our unit. So that's kind of the unboxing of the 16-inch. 22 is going to be the same thing, just even bigger. So now we want to get into hooking this up and then hook it up to a unit. Today we've got our 8612 here. And then we'll kind of talk about how we use it. Okay, so now that we've got all of our wires hooked up, so we've got power hooked up to the NBT, we've got the mini USB hooked to our 8612 in the USB spot, the mini USB, and then we've got our HDMI coming from this unit back to our 8612. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and turn this on and show you what we've got. Now on the NBT screen here, on the left-hand side up at top, there's a power button. So we want to click on that to get us some power. And of course it says no signal right now because this is still booting up. But once this boots up and gets to the front screen, we're actually going to see that. And then I've got one more little thing here that I want to show you is when you get these, you got it all set up and you're thinking, I should be able to control it here. And it says, I agree, but I can't touch it here. I could touch it here. Well, on the right-hand side, up here on this corner, there's a button. So you can actually turn that touch screen off. So if you wanted to disable that side of things. So if I push this button here, which I don't think I pushed it in. There we go. Now I can control it from here. So I've turned the touch screen back on. So there is that button up here on the top right. So don't freak out if you plug it in and you're like, I can't touch it. Make sure that button is pushed in so that you've activated the touch screen here so we can control it. So now you can see that this is mirroring everything that we see here. We can control it from this screen and change this screen or vice versa. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into our settings here. And I am going to turn on, simulator mode, just so we can look at a picture, because obviously we are not on the water, and we are sitting in this boat here, so we can kind of show you this NBT setup, okay? So I come over here to sonar. Again, if this is an XSV model, so say we've got this running at our console, we've got our GT56 in the back, or GT36 and GT8 back there, whatever setup you've got. You can go to your sonars. You can pull up anything that you want there on this screen. Or of course, a lot of guys are using this for live scope, which I get. So we're going to come over here to live scope. And now we see the screen. And we've got this here because I want to make this apparent that this unit is tied to this. So whatever this unit is seeing, or whatever we've got pulled up here, is what's going to be on this screen. So something to think about as you're moving forward. We've got a lot of questions on this so far. This is mounted up here, and we've got another screen. Say this 86 is right up there. Really, that's going to be kind of hard to get any extra benefit out of it other than a bigger screen. But whatever that unit is showing, you're going to see on your NBT. So what we've seen a lot of guys with installs, we're running this stuff back to the console. This unit's back here at the console. We run our NBT wiring back there, and they still have a second screen up here. So you could do this full screen live scope, and you could still have your mapping, 2D, whatever you wanted on that other unit. And still, if it was another 86, they could still be Ethernetted together and do all that. But just understand that this unit with the HDMI and the USB, whatever it's hooked to, is what you are going to see. You can't pull up something different on this screen than this screen. So that's kind of been a big question, so I just want you guys to understand that piece. So really, Mitch, with the NBT, has been pretty cool what these screens can do. Again, this one's a 16-inch, beautiful resolution. You're in that 1900 pixel count, so that's a very good picture. And the 22-inch would be the other model that we didn't unbox, but that's been a popular one up front as well. So we've even had some guys run the NBT at the console and have their two 86 units up here, just so they could see a bigger side scan, down scan, 2D, that type of deal. So you've got a lot of options here. Just depends on how you want to mount it and your configuration. But again, I know I've already said it a couple of times. We just want to hit home that whatever this unit is tied to, they're going to mirror the same image, okay? So if you're wanting to do other options, that's probably where another unit comes into play. But again, we've got full touch screen. You can see this 8612. We fill side to side, full screen. Again, if we had the 10s, the 8410, 8610, or the 1243, you would have about an index finger width that it would be cut off on each side. And the only situation we've seen where the touch screen is kind of off would be on your up and down arrows here, your plus and minus on the side. Just because it cuts a little bit of that off, you'd have to kind of push on the right-hand side. Again, that's on the 84, 86, 10, and the 1243. Everything else, the 8612, 8412, 8616, 8416, going to be full screen, everything looking the same. The 1643s that Garmin's coming out with, I know everybody's seen that and had calls. Those are going to be compatible with the NBTs. No limitations as far as screens. So they'll all be, full screens there. So very, very cool option to have an extra screen or a bigger screen. Everybody's wanting that biggest screen that they can get for live scope. So very cool. Again, we could mount it on this old Ranger, which is in pristine condition. It would be pretty cool on this boat, or we can do it on new boats, used boats. It doesn't matter. This is a great option for guys to tap into that 8600 series. That's what you're paying for when you get these, just all those other options that you can do. So hope this helped. Hope you understand a little bit more about the NBT screens, what they can do. Not a lot of hookups, really pretty simple. Everything comes with it that you're going to need. Hope this helped. Hope if you're in the market for one, give us a call at 316-313-4113. If you have any questions, shoot us an email at sales@russellmarineproducts.com. Until next time, we'll see you guys.
Are you tired of your old marine electronics? At RMP, we make trade-in easy. 3 steps. Step 1, shoot us an email, get a quote. Step 2, send us your old unit and get credit. Step 3, get your brand new unit and get it installed on your boat today.